Alright, so tonight I'm going to be announcing the winners of last week's giveaway. So the Rhycida nuda, well, not Rhycida nuda, it's Rhycida species purple, is going to invertebrate dude. And then we got our Rio Grande giant polymorpha that will be going to Vanta Pleasant. This is a yearling, about 3 inches. The Rhycida, I want to say, is like maybe 1.5 or 2 inches. I haven't measured it. It's pretty small still. It will get bigger. Now, anyways, this main purpose of the video tonight is going to be on proper shipping methods. What I like to do, what I find to be the safest, stuff like that. Now, first of all, one main thing I see going wrong is people over wet the substrate, and you get a lot of animals that have issues when it's too damp, especially desert species like Polymorpha or Orthoporus ornatus, stuff like that. Anyway, what I like to do is keep it rather dry, I mean kind of moist, not super moist. This is somewhat dry to the touch, has a little bit of dampness, I guess. Now you're going to want some dry moss. This needs to be thoroughly packed down, nice and tight. And this is about 3/4 of the way up. And then you're going to take your moss and put your dry moss packed in there real nice and rather tightly. I mean, there's need to be loose spaces in between it, of course, here and there for the animal to move through. We're going to get the polymorpha. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get it out of there. I'm going to pick it right up. Let me see here. It's easier said than done. Here we go. I'm going to put it down in there. If we can get it to go in, off my hand in there. And then we're going to put the lid right over it. Now, they like to be squished, centipedes. Be careful not to get its antenna in the lid of the cup. That, of course, is a big no-no. Going to let the animal move down in there a little bit. And there we go. Put the lid on. And it's nice and tight in there, like I said. So the substrate, since the moss is in there, it stays in place even if you turn it upside down. Not too much moves through it, since it is nice and tight in there. This is the safest way I've found to ship these animals. So the substrate actually is, nice for them to be able to still dig down in there, but the moss gives them some open air to move through, and it's safe, so it's not bouncing back and forth in there. Anyways, you want to do that with small ones too, even the little cups like this with the Rhycida in it. I got some moss in there already. Now another big thing is you want to keep humidity good inside the box. So what I like to do is either get a pill bottle or something like this, poke some holes in the top. There doesn't need to be like huge holes, but a few in there. I usually use like a pin or something like that to poke them. Get yourself a paper towel. Going to fold it over a few times here. You're going to want it in a small half like that. And then we're just going to roll it up nice and tight, just like that. And you're going to stick it down in there. Get your spray bottle and spray all around real thoroughly. This is a nice sanitary way to keep humidity up in your packages, and you don't have to get the substrate all crazy wet for the animal. It's just as easy as that. So now, when it comes to packing them, what I like to do is get some newspaper down in there, fit your larger ones into a corner like that if you're doing larger ones. Just make sure it's not going to move around in there, basically. Now, we got this little one too. This is just for a demonstration. So let's say we're going to put a couple animals in there. There's nothing in these ones. We'll just pack them in like that. Now we're going to get our little humidity container. I'm going to place it down in there at a nice angle. Then what I like to do, paper towel works nice and it's cheap. Fit it over nice like that and evenly. Then, let's say you need to use a heat pack because it's the winter time. So a little couple pieces of newspaper here to keep some distance between the heat pack. I'm not going to open it up because I don't want to use this one yet, but you got to open them up and then shake them up real good. I like the 40+ hour ones because they actually seem to last long, quite a bit longer than that. You do need to fold them up in something like a piece of newspaper or paper towel. I find that both work. You just want to make sure it's folded nice and tight with a few layers over it like that. Then you just go ahead and set that right in there like that. We'll go ahead and pack it a little bit around here, just like that. Put one more piece over top, just like that. And now that we got all of our stuff packed in there good, we're going to put the lid on. And basically, you are now ready to ship. So that's it. So I'll announce those winners one more time. Ricetta goes to Invertebrate Dude, and the Polymorpha goes to Haunted Pleasant. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Have a wonderful night.